10 seconds to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, this is Angel from Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, just a little programming note to each and every one of you as we send our post notifications out to everybody out there to join us before we get started. Just a couple things I want to bring up to your attention. July 19th, July 26th, write these dates down, that's a Sunday. July 19th, July 26th, I will be preaching from my church as filling in for the pastor, Jim. So I will be there, and I will be doing a simulcast on Facebook Live. So again, that is July 19th, July 26th. I will be, again, preaching on those days, and we will be available to you on simulcast. I will start putting post notifications out for those, but I wanted you to be aware and give you enough time to join us and be a part of that. So just want to say it one more time, just so that everybody's aware of it. July 19th, July 26th, it'll be at 10 a.m., and we will be broadcasting live. All right, folks, we're here. It's Thursday. It's that time. That time has come. It is called the Crazy Date Saga. For those of you that are new to this show, every single Thursday, until the stories run out, we are doing the Crazy Date stories. We are up to Crazy Date number 7. That's right. There have been 7 stories. Well, 6 stories. Today will be number 7. So, as our good friend Mansa would say, let's get it. Have faith, let it begin. Crazy Date Story starts right now.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
On June 16th, 2018, a show designed for you, the Daily Commuter, went live. A weekly show all about faith. A show with motivational topics, inspirational stories, and personal testimony set out to change the world.
Don't you see that your faith is coming alive? Don't you see that it's tested every time? He's the one that makes your life divine. He's the one that makes you feel fine. Your faith being tested.
Hi, I am Mia. You're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hello, my name is Amari, and today we are back on another episode of Have Faith and Let's Begin. Hi, my name is Isabella, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hey, this is Freddie, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hi, my name is Angela, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live edition. Have Faith, Let It Begin. Crazy Date Story number 7. The saga continues. Today's topic and title: Houston, we have a problem. June 25th, 2020. Oh boy, this one's a doozy. Okay, so right around this time, people are starting to catch wind that I'm on the dating prowl, so to speak, and people have been just referring to me, as you've been hearing over and over again. Well, during the course of just having bad date after bad date, I was working as a server part-time for TGIF Fridays. A lot of the people there knew who I was. I went down I used my last name as my server name, which was Santana. So everybody knew me. A lot of people were like, where are you taking your dates and what's going on? And I was telling them the stories, and they were like, wow, this is crazy. And one of the girls suggested that the next time you get a date, why don't you bring them here? We all know you, and all the girls and all the guys will be like, hey, what's up, Santana? And then whoever your date is, we'll see how popular you are. I'm sure they'll hook you up with maybe like a free dessert, etc. I'm like, that's a great idea. Sorry, everybody, I had to take a drink there because my mouth was dry. Okay, so it came about that I ended up meeting a girl, and she was actually, this is a crazy part. She is now where my primary job was in sales, and the recruiter that was there had a daughter that was single, and she decided this is going to be a perfect date. I've talked about you. She's seen what you look like. I remember seeing what she looked like when she came to pick up her mom, and I said, wow, she's a beautiful girl. I remember making a comment a long time ago. So long story short, there was the referral. So we decided to meet up, and we spoke on the phone, set up the date, and it was a good conversation. We kind of knew each other a little bit, enough that it wasn't so uncomfortable. I went to pick her up. When I went to the house, the mother was excited, because she knows me, and when I picked her up, we decided to go to TGIF, and she was actually one of her favorite spots. So I said, great. And I said, I just want you to know, I actually work there part-time. She's like, oh, get out of here. And she thought it was pretty cool. So we get there, and sure enough, I show up with the date. I say, table for two or booth for two. And people already kind of knew that I was going there with my date. So when I arrived, people were like, oh, Santana, what's going on? Everybody's like, hey, oh, he's such a great guy, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's just kind of like putting things together. And she's like, wow, you're pretty popular. I'm like, well, you know how it is when you work at your job. Everybody knows who you are. So we go and we sit down, and we're having a good time. Now, let me just stop real quick with the story and give you a little backstory. Before I went on the date, the guys, all my guy friends were having poker night, and they were like, listen, wish you luck. Just be yourself. If you have any problems, give us a call. And I said, yeah, no problem. And I said, I appreciate it. So we get to the table. Now let's back to the story. We get to the table. We sit down, and she excuses herself to use the restroom. So she does, and as soon as she leaves, people are coming up to me. She's beautiful. She's awesome. Where'd you guys meet? Blah blah blah. And I'm telling everybody, and I said, all right. Let's not do too much. Let's get it. Things going on. And the manager walks by. He's like, yo, that's a nice looking girl. Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of you guys. I was like, no, it's cool. I've got money and everything like that. So. I called the guys, and I said, guys, I'm at TGIF. Everything is good. They're like, good. You made it to the restaurant. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Nice. Very funny. Very funny. So we get to the restaurant. Everything is good. She comes back from the restroom. We order appetizers. We're having a good time, and we started getting ready to order for a meal. And, she had said that she was having a good time, and we talked a lot during the appetizers. And the conversation flowed very well. I made it a point to make sure I listened more rather than talk. So, she was talking to me about her goals and her aspirations, and it was just a very intellectual conversation. It was probably the best conversation I'd had at that point. So, everything is going well. She ordered a steak. I ordered a meal. I don't honestly remember what I ordered. Probably a burger, because I was pickier back then. And, they ordered the food. They brought us their salads. As soon as she got done eating her salad, she excused herself. She goes, well, excuse me, before the meal comes, I'm just going to, powder my nose. I said, sure, no problem. So she got up, went to the restroom. And I really quickly called my buddies, and I said, listen, date's going really well. I'm not going to call you. I don't need to call you. Everything is good. So I hang up, and the couple of the servers came over and said, she's awesome, nice looking girl. I'm like, thank you. And, we start, I'm noticing that as I'm talking to other servers that time had passed, like 2 or 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And I'm thinking, and then all of a sudden I knew that there was something kind of off because the food arrived. And I'm like, that's weird. So one of the girls is like, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my date. She's in the restroom. And then all of a sudden, one of my servers that I'm really good friends with was running food that day. She's a food runner. Okay, so she comes down and she comes over to me and she asks to sit down. And I said, oh, sure, but the girl's coming back soon. And I said, okay, great. She goes, well, here's the thing. And she had like tears in her eyes. And I said, what's the matter? Is everything okay? She goes, Angel, she says, your date just left. I said, I'm sorry? She goes, I went to the restroom because I was, cleaning up, and I overheard her saying that she was on her cell phone saying, please pick me up, please pick me up. And I said, come on, stop joking with me. She goes, no. She said that she just wasn't interested and she had somebody pick her up. She just left. She went out the back door. And I was stunned. I've never had somebody walk out on a date. She went to the restroom and never came back. She went to the restroom and never came back. So, a couple of the servers, now everybody who knew is wondering where the date went. I asked for the bill. The manager comped the bill and gave me a free dessert. It was very embarrassing. Extremely embarrassing. Never been stood up before like that. I mean, well, I've been stood up, but I've never had somebody just walk out on a date. And I'll be honest with you, to this day, I still truly don't know where that date went sour. But it was so embarrassing because I just couldn't believe what had happened. So, I'm sitting there, they're wrapping up my food, and one of the servers sits down next to me and says, I just want you to know something. She says, you're an amazing person. She says, I try my best to schedule myself to work on the nights that I know you're going to work. I'm like, oh, that's really nice of you. She goes, no, I don't think you get it. She goes, I have a crush on you. I said, excuse me? She goes, I've had a crush on you, and this is actually supposed to be my section, but when I found out you had a date, it was bothering me. She says, so I just couldn't serve you tonight, but I just want you to know, anytime you want to go on a date with me, I would be more than happy to take you out on a date, and I promise you I'll never walk out on our date. And what turned into a crazy situation, sad yet uplifting. Sad and just shocking became uplifting. And I'm going to stop real quick for a second and give a little bit of the lesson portion of this crazy date story. When you don't care, or if you don't like somebody, if you're not showing any interest, it is in your best interest to be honest, be truthful, because that can hurt somebody. It could mess with somebody's psyche. It can put, of course, my insecurity was already shot, but it was worse because now I'm thinking, was it the way I looked? Was she embarrassed by being in my presence? What was it? And I'll never know what really happened. I can honestly say I've never truly found out why she never came back. And if you noticed, I didn't give her a name because I just didn't want to even make up a name, because honestly, I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember her name. I remember what happened. So back to the story at hand. The young girl that was a server broke that news to me, and it went from a sour night to, wow, I just lost a date and I gained a date from somebody who I find is extremely awesome. What I didn't know was this next date was going to be our crazy date story number 8. That's right. The server who took it upon herself to let me know she had a crush on me and promised she would never walk out on my next date is now going to be our crazy date story number 8. And trust and believe, you're never going to believe what transpires on this date. It is unbelievable. Have faith. Let it begin.